Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. And here we are back with some more SpellRogue. Been a while since I've actually put some up on the channel. I haven't really played it since I have done. And we've got to get all the tokens and stuff really is the last little bit. But a few more updates have come out. Whereas now, the signature spells are upgradable, which is kind of nice. The basic ones aren't, which is kind of fine. I'm happy with that. But, yeah, makes these a little bit more interesting, and they've had some reworks and stuff like that done. So yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what happens. We'll probably go through all of them, do a run with loadout of each, probably stick with both basic levels because I'm here to learn and see what new mechanics there are. So we're going to start off with the loadout A for Azar, and yeah, we're going to start with the Flame Hunger and see what happens when we can think about upgrading it as well, because there could be some synergies there if we want to go for it. So let's jump in. It has been a while. And, you know, this game has that kind of like Slay the Spire vibe for me, and I've always been quite a fan of it. Turn 1, roll a 2 and a 3. Turn 2 going to critical, or just healing. Interesting. So on destroy, -3 to the countdown, which could give me 2 extra die back, which is kind of interesting. Or I get an extra one, but I apply ignite to it by doing that, which means, yeah, I would take damage for it. If I'm going to be taking damage, I want to take the healing, at least theoretically. And let's go straight here. But yeah, I have missed some dice action, as it were. You know, it's always been one of those things that I kind of just enjoy doing. I guess we're doing this then. Put that in there, prepping it for the next turn. Yeah, but they had a lot more balancing updates and stuff like that, which is kind of nice. It puts a smile on my face, let's say that much. And we'll defend here. Because you know, I really do like a game like this. The whole dice aspect, which gives you the randomness, and I haven't kept up with all the news, but you know, I keep looking at the updates every so often. I think myself, should I jump back in? Is it worth seeing what's new? And I think it is now. Fragmentize, split dice in 3. That is fairly interesting. On a 6 can gain power, I can do it twice, which would seem rather interesting. And if 5 more die were spent, roll 2 for it in the incinerate. That could be pretty good for rerolling die. 14 in front of enemy on health loss, -2 on the countdown. Vindictive Strike. For now, because I've got the Blaze here, which does increase with smaller value die, we'll take the Fragmentize. Much more interesting for me, I think, to start off with. We'll go to an event here. Gain an attack spell, gain a defensive spell, or pay 50 gold to gain 10 max life. We're not doing that. I guess we'll get an attack spell or a defensive spell. Attack spell first. So we got 11, receive 1 wound die, 5 increase by 3 for each week on a target. Interesting. Health loss, increase 2 damage for this combat. They are interesting. We'll reroll here because I want something better. Deplete, lose 4 health. Burn at both ends. Interesting. And -2 or just increase the damage. It does. I do like that. I like the Banefire. It's interesting enough. But, like, how much are you actually really going to get that to trigger with the Inferno? The X damage? We'll do this. Combustion seems more interesting. Because on the long run, I can get this to actually work and just deal more damage rather than reducing its cost quicker. Because I can just like chuck loads of die in there as sort of like a last-ditch effort. I'll take my shard. Now, what do I actually want to upgrade? Destroying die we're probably not doing. Gaining power on this or using it twice could be more interesting. I'll take the gain in power. Having some scaling would be nice for the meantime. And do we go with another event, or do we try... We'll try a boss fight. We'll go this route. We've got another event afterwards as well. And I'd like to get more gold just in case we get the chance to. So 6 goes straight into there. We have a 3, so we can re-roll those. We have another 3, so we'll do it again. And now, we get to have fun. So that's a 1, a 2, another 2, another 2, and you take 13 damage. And now you're gone, and then the 4 just gets popped into here. So that's what's kind of interesting. I do like the Fragmentize because it is just really useful in that sense of what I can use it for. Roll that first. Because I can just get like 1s, 2s and stuff to kind of like chuck into things. I'm taking 6, so I guess we'll look at defending here. And look at setting that up, because it's just going to be a one-shot kill with that. I mean, I could, you know, sack the health as such if I really wanted to. Just because that gives me 2 die back anyway, I thought I'd get more into the 3s, but I can't. I think... Ah, really? I was hoping that was one shot. Guess not. But that's what the Phoenix Pendant is for, you know? That's what the Phoenix Pendant is for. Huh. Increased by 1 for each die spent. Searing Heat could be useful for a defensive tool. We'll probably pick that up. It is better than both of those. Oh no, replying the Rupture for 1 turn. Odd. Does stack damage up and I can use it multiple times. And like having like 2 Rupture on this is kind of hilarious because it's always doing that extra damage. I'll repeat. And it is slightly better than just the Blaze. I'm gonna get lots of odds anyway. Oh, the Hemorrhage. That's more of a supporting tool, and I don't really want more support tools. So I got the Fragmentize for the moment, and I got nothing else to put it in. I think the Searing Heat is fine here. Because I could get the expenditure up, or we could just put that up to 6. Yeah, Searing Heat's fine. Because I plan to have a lot more mini stuff. I guess we'll get rid of Combustion for now. Because I don't want the DPS output really. The odds of me getting that to work are very minimal. Oh, nice. 6 goes straight into there. So this is a good example of when you can really start to kind of like take advantage of stuff. A 1 there, that's great. Weakness, you can no longer do anything. A 2 and a 5. Fragmentize the 3. And set that up for next turn. Indigo 6. We'll use that there. Another 1 here. And... Getting the most out of everything is more important. We'll just get some defense anyway. But yeah, I mean, there are other games I want to play at the moment. They're kind of in my on my radar as such. I can fully defend here, and I probably should. So we will. This gets rid of that. And there was a game. It's a game that I play a lot of in my past, and I saw it on Steam on sale, and I was like, I guess I'm buying you. Because the moment I saw it, I was like, yep, that's a game I want to own again. And it was Moonlighter. Like, with all its DLC and everything else as well, it was like £4, if that. It was like, yeah, I want to play you again. Can I apply 8 week here? Probably not. So now he's triggered that. But other than anything else, actually, I should be still able to, If I had a 3 and a 3 there, because they can both roll into 3s, I could have fragmentized it to get 3 1s, and then I still could have done it, but... You know, trying to be smart and all that. Fragmentize those. And then just shove everything in here. For the kill. Yeah, so I might be doing some of those runs again. Because, like, I played that on my Switch, like, ages ago. And I was like, yeah. We can do that again. Gathering flames to basically gain a critical. Or gain critical and power. Interesting. Pyro hide. Yeah, Pyro hide's interesting. I would like the thing to, like, kind of keep going. To all other spells for each dice spent. Furnace. I haven't used this yet either. Oh, I just got that. I think Furnace is what we want to go for here. Because it's going to be useful in, like, long runs. Because all of these are count down. And the only one that isn't is the Fragmentize. Which will pretty much just become my signature spell of this particular run. And Furnace can go in here as well. Rolling 2 extra die would be interesting. We'll have to see if we get synergy with rolling die, and then we might go for that. Lose a spell, gain gold. If we're losing a spell, I guess it's going to be the superheat, isn't it? Or would it be the dome? Or do we just get the... no, we get that for extra gold per room and stuff, because I think that's a better way. And let's take on another elite. Don't think I need to defend anymore, because I think the Searing Heat will work fine. In most cases. 6 goes in there. Gain some power. 3 goes straight into there, because that's just way too good, and you can do it again. Now what do we have here? Like spending 9 in this to reduce everything here is not that great. No point in doing that. What I want to do is... yes, the 5 and the 1 to kill that off. We're taking 6 with that, so... Now it's only 2, which is fine. And then we can start stacking our damage here. Someone's going to be pretty annoying to deal with. And chuck you in there again. Guess we got that to there. Give me 3 1s off that. So this is kind of the choice now where it's like, what do I end up doing with the extra die some of the time? But we'll just weak him to oblivion. Now I kind of wish I had that other one that did the extra weak damage. It would have been nice. Reroll you. Here I will chuck the 6 into the furnace because I think that's the best course of action. And just chuck all the 2s into this. And that into there. Set myself up. So we're taking 9 damage, aren't we? 9. Splitting this first is fine. Because it gives us a 2, which we can use efficiently, and a bunch of 3s. We've got 4 as well. First of all, we'll chuck the 2 into here. Triggers most things, so that's fine. That is kind of the plan. Oh yeah, I forget, because I'm receiving more damage, not the attack actually has more damage. Silly me. Ooh, another 6. Chuck you in there. I guess throw that there, because might as well deal with the damage as far as we can. This won't be enough, will it? No, so we'll just kill that thing off. Accept the fate of the damage, and we can hopefully deal with it next turn. I said we could deal with it next turn. This is terrible. You're making me look like a liar. Yeah, it's fine. But we'll take our shot. A fickle barrier. Chaos bolts. I do like a good chaos bolts actually. And as we are kind of setting up for this, it's kind of more interesting. And lowering its cooldown as well with what I have. Infused Shield works really well with 3s. And I can get some really good defense out of it. Compared to what I currently have. So... either change my attack strategy, which I don't really want to do. We'll pick up the Infused Shield. I think that's better currently than the Combustion. And... like, that would be pretty good, but I'm going to be probably triggering it this way more often. With the 6, so that's probably a lot better. The Ignite on there could be interesting, but... getting die back off this could be actually really good, rather than just reducing the cooldown. So at the moment that's what? 333. We'll leave it for the moment. And then I guess we'll chuck in the Combustion here as the far end one. Do some rearranging. That's kind of the end point. That's my end attack. This is my better defense. Flame Hunger is always probably going first if we get the opportunity. And yeah, I think we are sorted. Yeah, but I do know. I've seen that the devs of this game are kind of doing a lot more to kind of get an idea of the balance of the game and stuff like that, which is really good. I've seen like them essentially take notes, which it is good to see. So the variance that you end up getting on the game is kind of important because of that. We'll just use the furnace here, as we do have 2 dial fitting it nicely. Searing heat can go there, not that it'll do anything. Fragmentize that for me. Because I know how difficult it is in the sense of trying to keep a lot of people happy when they have expectations of stuff. It's not an easy thing. You know? Yeah, we're going to take 5 anyway, so that's fine. Because, yeah, I mean, I am also one of those people. Yeah, just chuck a superheat. I think that should be fine enough for me to defend myself. Somewhat. Because it has always been one of those things where if you try and please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. And I think a lot of people tend to forget that, especially when it comes to any sort of like development cycle or other things similar to that, you know? Got exactly what I wanted from there. Was that 10? It is 10. But yeah, if one of the devs does come out and ends up watching one of these videos that I put up, what would be nice to know, as a good example there, is a total counter if you ever get the opportunity. Want to Pleat Game Radiant. Interesting. Kindle. How long does the Banefire last and then reduced by 1? Banefire could be interesting. With a Kindle as well, I get a chance to roll like a 3 or 4 up scaling. Do we reroll these? Like, Kindle's nice, but it's not going to work with the deck I want, so it's fine. Applying weak. Countdown to a spell. I would like this and this. We'll take up the Flame Storm, as you are better at the combustion for the meantime. Just for now, you're better, because I need more defensive tools if we're going to go that route. Disenchant a spell and choose to gain a spell. Interesting. Don't know if this needed this. Gain a critical, gain 1 block for each charge remaining. I'll reroll again. Gain power or block. Place 7 weak to an enemy and receive a wound die. Interesting on the power scaling. Suspension. I'll pick it up because technically it was a better a better blocking tool than something like this, where I just get 3 block and I can't use it because it doesn't have countdown. So if I do get the furnace off, we are going to be using that a lot more. This does make me think to myself, should I start thinking about removing blaze for the combustion? Because with the superheat and the stuff like that, like, we're going to have a lot of weak up anyway, plus we keep defensive tools as well if we can keep this going. It's interesting. This scale's better than this anyway, so I'll keep that. I do like the blaze. I do need some early attacks anyway. If we're arguing over small things, I get rid of the fragmentize at this point. Even though it's great for the gaining of the power. It's just not useful enough. For now anyway. The whole way this works is kind of like, these are my defensive tools, and this is like my big finishers. I need the scaling from the fragmentize, but I don't need the splitting, and it doesn't work with the furnace, which is where I want to do the dumping of my die a lot. I'm rearranging these so poorly. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. It's interesting to figure out, is what I'm saying. I am taking it kind of nice and slow these times, like this time round. Reroll these. We've got another 3. Reroll these. Oh, cool. So we can just go straight into the furnace straight away. Which is what we'll do. Yeah, and that's because it's each die spent that gets -2 as well. I forget that because it's so good on that front. And I guess we put that in the storm. Like, so any 3s go into here and become those, right? Don't have enough. I only still got 5 back. Okay, fair enough. We kill that one off because he's going to attack. Don't care about the defense. No, I guess we'll just use this potion. Yeah. I guess the furnace is kind of more important. Like, having the split is kind of important, but I don't know. You get some attacks. You can get weakened, and again, we'll kill you off because I just don't feel like dealing with you right now. Da, 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 da. And then I guess we'll set up everything else. Okay, the 6s are a little bit overkill. But I will use them here. No. 2 and 2 can go there. That 3 goes there. And then we can then turn. Because the combustion eventually starts triggering like every single turn, and that's just hilarious to me. Don't know why I still picked both of those to go there, but I just did. Kill that off. We're fully defended there, so the 2 can go here, I guess? So this is the time of which it's terrible for me. Maybe I'll get better die back if I do this. We'll try it again. Of course, of course. And I guess I'll pop that in there to make sure that we actually have something we can do. Okay, a 6 and a 1. That's fine. Chuck 3's in there first, and the 3 goes in there. You become weak. I'm going to apply weak to you. And apply more weak. There we go, we don't take any damage. Yeah, I'm kind of very reliant on getting high value die early. Which is not a good sign. But it's fine. We do enough in a boss fight. We do enough in a boss fight. That's all that matters. I receive a curse, which is not what I want, because I want high value die. First 3 rolled splits into 3 ones. Technically that is good for this type of run. Like, having more die is always a good thing, regardless of die value. Ooh. Taste effect can either be positive or negative. Okay. Unuse potion. Ah. I get to do a cooldown on that. Interesting. Enchant a die. Apply lifelink on health loss. Deal damage equal to the health loss to any other units with lifelink. Huh. That's actually pretty good. I will take that, actually. Now, is it worth me going to a shop? If I'm doing a shop, do I want to go 2 events? Not really. But I guess we could go to the Ritual Stone. Take 2 fights into an elite. Try that. See how it goes. The problem is, like, I go to 2 events and then suddenly, like, I have issues with actually dealing with everything. I was going to say, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't trigger this now. So typical, isn't it? And 16. I guess we'll try and take you out. No, we'll take you out first. And accept 5. I know I could have used the potion or something, but I'm lazy. It's my response to that. And more 1s. Searing Heat. I want to try and kill this, so that's why I'm kind of not doing it in the way that I should be. Is what it is, though. Is what it is. I'm a moron. So we cast this. Everything gains lifelink. Right? This should trigger a lot of stuff. So, I deal 4 damage just to everything. Apply weak to you. Apply weak to you. I have a I can do 3. So, no harm in this, I think. None at all. I am never punished. I will take 1 to finish this run earlier. Oh, I don't finish. Yeah, I still do the damage to him because of the lifelink. Oh, that lifelink pickup was so good. I say, I never see a downside to that. never see a downside to it. But it will punish me if I keep being like I am with it. Making that gamble. Do X damage to all enemies, destroy one random die. Times 2. Now this seems interesting, right? This is really good for the cheapness of it, which beats this out. Okay. So yeah, this seems pretty good, and if I do get this to have this effect on it, just means I get free re-rolls on that, which means I do want to go with like ways of generating die as such. And this might actually superheat might need to be the other version of it. On destroy, this comes 3 minus countdown. Yeah, I think this is a better attack than what I currently have. Although is a bit off-putting in the sense of like how it functions, and in fact it's just even rather than a countdown, but that's fine. And destroying 2 die is not what I want it to do, I don't think. Or maybe I do. But I'd have to like get rid of one of these first spells and then go from there. Which you could sell one at the shop. Which is what we may do. We may do at all, like, you know. The way things go. Here. I mean, I already can shove like enough in there to trigger most things. But yeah, I was gonna say that just literally upgrades everything I already have. 4, and then put a 5 in as well because it'll just trigger everything anyway. Weaken you. A 1 to get you weakened as well, although you don't take any damage this turn. And I guess we're just gonna min-max what we can. So yeah, I guess we'll set up for the big storm that will come later. Although we'll do that. Now I wonder with the Scorched Assault with the lifelink, does that apply 4 damage to everything each time they all get damaged? Or is it... It's an ingenious question that I would like answered. You know? But we'll worry about that later. For now, we're going to accept us getting crit and see what happens here. Weaken you. So now we find out, does this thing... Really? Do not take the damage if I don't hit you? Is this what's happening? I'm confused. Very confused. I'm already taking 50% more anyway, so 50% more of more is irrelevant. As they would say. 1, 2, 3, 5. We do have 9, so that's fine. And I guess we are doing 16 to you. I guess the lifelink doesn't work if they die. Maybe? Again, I like this. Fickle Barrier is interesting as always. I do like a good Fickle Barrier. But we'll reroll. Meteor is interesting. Yeah, I really could see that. And Chaos Bolts on Destroy -1 countdown. That is pretty good. We'll pick that up. So, we're going to go to the shop. Before we do anything, we are going to disenchant some spells. Fragmentize. You are now, unfortunately, going to disappear, because I don't think I need you anymore. Yeah? So I want to get the gem back. And then also the blaze as well. We don't want that for now. Infused shield, is that still good enough? Not really. And Chaos Bolts technically is better than Scorched Assault here. Like, in general, it's better, but this does destroy a die, which is kind of what I want it to do. And it destroying 2 die is probably better than it doing nothing, but I need to upgrade these first, so... Like, this triggering itself on die destruction is really good. Which is kind of what I want to happen. And same for this as well. This will basically generate die back itself. Combustion might be the thing we get rid of here. Because this will also trigger off die destruction. But I need something to scale first, so I guess we keep the combustion for now. What else do we have here? Before I start worrying about anything else. On Destroy, increase +1 bulk for this combat. Huh. So I could get some really good setup for this. Increasing 4 die spent. Actually got target spell, gain radiant. And then we could change this to just be a countdown 1, so it always trigger as well. Mana, -2 countdown on the spell. This combat cannot be reduced by 1. Inscribe could be really good. And I'd probably get rid of the Searing Heat then. Because that's not really working for this deck. And then I could like reduce this, reduce that, reduce that. Yeah. I think Inscribe is useful. Like straight up it's just a better way for me to do stuff. Suspension is still fine. Might need to upgrade it just to do more weak and stuff. Or the -3 countdown could be good. Do I need a better attack or defensive tools? No, that's pointless, and I guess we will see about some artifacts. Apply Portent, +1 to all spells. On enemy death. Turn 3, gain 4 power. I like that. Give me another one. On health loss, gain Fury. On odd turns, gain 1 power. On even turns, receive 2 poison. So poison starts stacking on me. I have no way to get rid of it. For each 3 rolls, roll a 1. That's fine. Let's continue. I think I've improved the deck, as it were. Like it is far better than when it was, so I got 5/5, that's cool. And a 2. Suspension. Reduce the cost by 2 of a spell, which I guess will be this one. I not have an even, so we'll create an even if we can. And then, yeah, take 2 damage. To be honest, you're all about the destruction of a random die more than you are anything else. Yeah, so 6 is all I can cast here. That is not fair, my friend. But it's fine. So I can take 1 random die destruction and roll more ones. I have 5 ones. Just roll me some more die here. Like, I really need it. Just destroy a random 1 for me again. That is fine. Some more 3s. Could set the firestorm off if we want to. I think for now, though, applying that is better. And set the furnace up for later. It's just funny. Yeah, cast that, why not, at this point. Apply the weak. Get hit by the combustion. Take 30 damage. Oh. Suspension, I guess, gets reduced at this point. I have an even, so... Reduce your attack again. Guess I'll reroll here. A 2 can go in there, a 1 can go in there, and then we do 2 damage, which is 6 damage, apparently. Oh yeah, I got my power, that's why. I was confused for a moment there. I was like, why am I doing 10 damage with this each? Into a 6. Get weak. Take 20. Go you by 2. Then a 6. It is working out as well as I expected. Any of these actually benefit what I'm doing? No. Kindle could, in theoretically, like that could do better. Because it allows to reroll a 3 or a 4, which is more consistently going to be like more beneficial than rolling 2 1s all the time, maybe. But I like Flame Hunger, especially on the Destroyer as well. This has to go here for the destruction use, as far as I'm concerned, because that's just the better way of doing it. Okay, I need power scaling, and if I was going to get rid of anything for that power scaling, it's going to be combustion, right? At this point. But it has to be a power scaling that is going to be on a countdown, if anything, right? The Banefire, interesting idea. Ashen Plating is technically a better spell once it gets going. Like, it's better than Suspension late game. Because I could be using this like twice, or I'm getting like 12, 24 armor. By this, theoretically, I could still get the 24 armor. No, I don't. I get 10, 20. But the depletion effect could be really useful. I had to think about that. I think I chucked this out for the Chaos Bolts now. The time has come. Roll all dice, enchant all with that. Roll 3. Interesting. Cast a random spell. Cast target spell. Casting this is pretty good. That was getting 6, maybe. Gain block from spells, also gain 1 delay block. On potion use, gain 2 concoction. Do 1 damage to the front for each dice rolled this turn. I don't roll that many die anymore. Delay block seems to be interesting, but I don't think it's going to be that useful. Cast 3 countdown spells, -3 to less mode counts down that is playable. Turn 1, apply 5 weak to all enemies. On destroy, do X damage to the front. So that's pretty good. But this is what we want. So basically now, every time I cast a spell that is countdown, leftmost die gets minus on it. Right? Like that's generally what it does. Oh, every 3 I do. My mistake. Use that, split that. I have 3. What can we do with 3? Nothing really. But 3 1s. Suspension on you. Is why Inscribe is still pretty good. Like, I only want to use it really like twice on this, if I can, but yeah, cast a random spell. Suspension. Cool. And I mean, technically, destroying die is fine here. Really, rupture on 1. Oh, I forgot to test that. I swear this game really doesn't want me to do what I want to do. Okay. I'm just going to set the dodge up here, because I don't want to take too much damage. You know, because the game is being unfair to me. This is what I find out. This is the thing that I want to be... I kind of want to know on what happens, right? So I put the 4 in there first, and then we'll sacrifice the 1. That deals 10 to everything. Interesting, because of what a lifelink does. That's actually pretty interesting. We'll do it again. I have 5, so I guess I will just defend her. I will say, which cast, I'm having a lot more fun and having to think a lot more with sort of variances that I'm capable of doing, you know? Destroy a random die, apply 1 week for each charge left. Interesting. No, those really do anything for me. Falling Fire is probably better than both of those, to be honest. Like, as this is general use for it, it is better. I'm going to set that up and get rid of Suspension for now, although it's been really useful. Combustion is kind of meh. At least I think it's kind of meh for now. Like, it could ramp up better than this, but then that's what Inscribes for. But then do I want to... Nah. Disenchant a spell. None of them have any bonuses anyway. We're getting rid of the super heat, the searing heat, because that's probably worse than everything else. Eruption is interesting. Incinerate is interesting. An add effect. On use of a potion, add +1 charge. Huh. This is interesting. Different sort of mechanics. I knew they add new stuff. So this has got like a little rune effect on it, which essentially means that, yeah, I get a charge every time I check a potion on this. That is interesting. Very interesting. Reroll though. Fireball is interesting. Bombard deal X +3 damage to the rear 2 times. Yeah. 6 if I spent there, get a critical. I'll pick the Bombard up. I want to see if I disenchant that at any point, do I get the rune and be able to apply it or not? That'd be interesting. Like if I could apply that rune to other things. Okay, so I guess we just use 6 to kind of trigger everything. No, we don't need to do that, do we? Because we can do this. To reduce this down. That'll trigger that, because the time warpy thing. Throw... I guess the 3 in here first, because I don't want to waste that. Deal 2 damage to everything, this triggers that. Throw 2 in there to trigger the Chaos Bolts. And I can't put a 1 anywhere, so it just goes into the Flame Storm. Casting a random spell is absolutely fine. We'll do it again. Use a 2, gain more back, get a 1, chuck it in here. Trigger everything. Chaos Bolts being reduced. Chuck in a 1. turn. Ah, the annoyance of Pox. It is very frustrating to deal with. I have 9. We can use it straight away. Guess we'll cast that. Check everything in here. The Inscribe to reduce you down again. Because, yeah, the triggers just trigger themselves so quickly. And that's 4 in here. I guess we end turn. Like, this was always going to be the harder one of everything else. Just casting random. That is fine. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then guess what? Do the Chaos Bolts, or do we just help the Ashen Plate and get down a little bit? I can't even spend the 1. It gets destroyed. But because it gets destroyed, though, these do technically trigger at the end of turn as well if I just let all my dice get destroyed, so it's interesting. Both those, the ones you want to have the lifelink. I have 9, so and I do have 6, but 3. Put the 2 in there. Just because I want the triggers to go off pretty quickly if I get the opportunity to. And then put the 1 in there. I'm not worrying about my health at the moment, although I probably should be. Everything triggers every single time. It's hilarious. Ashen Plating goes up. That's kind of nice. Yeah, I just play this. Destroy a die because that gets reduced by 3. Put that in there again. Do the same thing. This now triggers. Then end turn. So cast that on there, because that's just the best way of going about it. Then we'll cast this. It literally hit the only things that didn't really matter. That's hilarious. That is fine. I just find it absolutely hilarious every single time it happens. Reduce that cost. There's no point destroying a die here. It doesn't benefit me anyway. So use the Chaos Bolts, then use this. And then we can win. Although I wasn't counting. I wish I was just putting die in random places. I receive 4 weak each turn. Turn 1, roll 3 ether die. They persist between rounds. Start the round, kind of a spell, then remove the ether. That's pretty good, actually. But I would like an extra die permanently, to be honest. 12 Fury and Vex. Is Vex bad? Not really. is better to have the one die permanently than it is to, you know, I might destroy the Vex die. Like that's the benefit of it. Now, should we go to events and shops? Is this the plan? Events and shops, it might be. Go for the shop that's furthest away, though. Ooh, new enemy. What's this? A Tesseract. Growth and power. Oh, is it 2 Vex die? Yeah, 2 Vex die. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yeah, for me, I guess it's a. Now I could put like that and that in, because that goes to 3. Oh, Vex minus value spent to another random die. Interesting. They've changed how Vex works. I'm all for that, to be honest. Like, it was really annoying beforehand when you weren't too sure on like what the best course of action would be with the Vex die. So a chance 2 random die with a Vex, and then you basically just have to pay twice the value with what you have consistently. You've got a silence die, interesting. Does that matter though? Kinda does. Although I could just chuck it in the inscribe, which is fine. Then when a die gets -1, which could just be nothing. Plays 2 mute to a spell. So I want to chuck a 1 in first, then chuck this in. Reduce the cost of the furnace to 7. Nice. I get all the 1s. Interesting. I think this has made the game more difficult in a way, but I guess I am kind of messing around with it. Cast that. So everything gets that. Then we cast the Firestorm. Okay, it does spread the damage pretty well across everything. And it does double the damage when there's 2 of them. Okay, makes sense now. Lifelink and those is the best combo, so I've just got to save it for a wide burst, if it was one. Huh, that's interesting as well. I'm liking the way that some of these cards have changed, the spells wise. In 2 turns, 35 damage, no. Can block receive a 1 wounded die? Apply a crit. What's crit do? Next attack deals ×2 damage. I don't know if that works with multi-hits though. I guess it's better than nothing. Go to the event. Lose the gold generation. Lose max life. Well, I got no more max life and the shard is more useful. And then roll that so we can keep going, or do we just do damage twice? Damage twice should be interesting. Extra uses on that is probably a lot better because it triggers twice, especially when I use the furnace. And the reroll on this for extra die is pretty good, rather than the reduced cost of everything to 3. Because I already trigger most things at 3 die anyway. That having more defense is probably good as well. It's an interesting dilemma. It really is. Like, once this is finished, it's finished. I don't need it anymore, which is the problem. Then it reducing everything is pretty good. Is there a time now I want to use it twice per turn? Not really. So that reducing by 3 permanently is better. Is there anything up here that would be better to use stuff on? Nah, I think we've got to get our defensive set up first before worrying about anything else. Disenchant a spell. I'll do that. No, I do get the rune off it or not? No. Phoenix Blast. Deal 10 damage if weak. Roll 1 die. Deal 7 damage. Apply 2 weak to random enemy. Or Hemorrhage. I'll reroll to see. Because I'm interested. Let's discount to all spells. Destroy random die. Sacrifice. I'm using that multiple times. Technically it's better than what I currently have. Okay, sacrifice. You are better than Furnace for me. You are generally better than Furnace. And using you multiple times is what I want to do. Goodbye, Furnace. I would love to have kept you, but no. Yeah, because that's all spells still, isn't it? Yeah. Falling Fire can go. We don't need that. I got too many attacks, so I think Chaos Bolts is something that needs to go away as well. But this actually now destroys die, so I think Scorched Assault is the one that can go. Right? And then with that, I guess Combustion can come back in? No, we go defensive this time. It is a decision that I must make. Roll 3 3-1s. Destroy a die. Emberstorm. I like that. I'll pick it up just to have it, you know? Gain 1 block, increased by 3 for each power, lose 1 power. Huh, power next seems interesting. Good old Sticks, eh? Sorry, Sticks, we're not worried about you. +5 to run 5 damage generally and hit once per each dice spent. Interesting, Wellsblade Orb. You are interesting to me, but not in the way you think. Pick that up because I think that's better. We'll take a random relic. What do we get? On a 4, roll countdown, -2 to the leftmost spell. On a 2, heal. 3. Losing health, gain 1 power. No, reduce the countdown. Okay. So now we want to make sure that we're reducing the best countdown first, which would be Firestorm. We want to make sure that's always being reduced if possible. Then if not, it's Ashen Plating, because that's just better. My defensive tools, in this case, are Chaos Bolts and the Ashen Plating. Those are my Chaos Bolts is just my general attack. Sacrifice is something we kind of fill out first, which doesn't matter, and then Scribe is that one that I just kind of think, okay, yeah, maybe you'll work sometimes. Yeah? You happy with that? Until this gets to 4, there's no point. I'm fine, we'll pick you up. Yes, we'll leave. Disenchant something, disenchant that. That's why we kept you a little bit. Reclamation. Interesting. +3 to countdown to target spell. Roll 3 ones on critical. Gain -2 countdown. Interesting. That'd been nice to have earlier, but we didn't have it earlier, so there's no point. But I guess we'll pick up the Nourishing Flames. You never know, we might need to make that edit over to there. And I guess we'll face off against the boss, see what if we can get anything decent. Ooh, the Vex die, terrible. Okay. So this is the issues we now arise with. So I'm going to check. This into here. Doesn't matter if it destroys whichever one. That's die destruction, that's great. Put a 3 in there. We destroy a die as well. Oh no, on destroy -3 to countdown. Gotta remember, gotta remember. A 3 can go to Chaos Bolts. Yeah. Man, I actually got a Firestorm off turn 1. Ashen Plating. That is interesting to me. Hmm. 4 can go in there. We can use straight away. 5 can go here. Lower the cost of the Flamestorm. So at this point, like, why wouldn't we? And then 1 reduced cost for everything. Got a 4. Can I do anything with a 4? Not really. Cast me a run and spell, please. I guess we'll cast this, see if we get anything decent. Oh, really? Guess we're just not casting that. $18 damage, hey? Let's cast that, see what happens. Lifelink with itself. So I guess we'll check that and that into there. Like, it's going to be the best thing I can do to reduce this down, create some defense. Put this into there. And again. Then I guess we'll start reducing the Ashen Plating as well. It's like maybe we can like trigger it a few times in a row. We'll worry about the manifold in a moment. Do that, destroy a die. Really? Lose 2 health on that. That's ridiculous. Just because I rolled a 3. Still deal 50 damage to it. Reduce that cost down a little bit. We can put 1 in there. This game really wants me to kill myself because it's just basically, yeah, every 3 you roll now you get a wound die. And because of that change, I'm having a really bad time. There we go, we're kind of defended. We'll just end turn here, we'll take that. Genuinely, I am wondering how I'm actually getting so many 3s. It is baffling to me. Put a 1, put a 2. Make you weaker as much as possible. Flame Hunger X will... I just give up. Like, the fact that I get the 3s consistently is starting to really annoy me. Like, generally that is the thing that's annoying me the most. Okay. Can I actually defend here? I don't know if I can. Like, maybe? No, the best thing I can do now is I should look to try and defend maybe, or look for the kill. Alright. Like, that's the best course of action I should get right now. Cool. I think every single turn I rolled a 3, which was just murdering me over the course of the game. Just generally reduce it down straight away. We'll re-roll here, see if I can get anything better. Deal 5 damage, gain health equal to unblocked damage dealt. Sap life force. Huh. Don't really want a Vex die, but you are probably better than most. To all enemies. Shard, where are you going? Where are you going, Shard? I guess you're going in Sacrifice, and we're going to pop that into Sap Life Force instead, because Chaos Bolt's it's fine, but I would like some life. I think maybe I can get it this round. Against this particular enemy. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not having a good time. Inscribe. I'm going to lower the Ashen Plating first, because I think that's where I've been going wrong on it. Use that first, everything gets lowered. Oh, nice. Do we spend the 3 first? Do we spend the 3? Don't think we bother spending the 3, just destroying the die. See what happens. Nice. I gain no life from this? Oh no, I can gain life here. But I should wait to gain that life if I can, because on turn 3 I get more back. Setting up an early firestorm though is fine. And then helping the ashen plating get lower is also good. Vex die, it's fine. I guess we use the 5 first. Again, we'll lower the ashen plating. Put the 4 in. Then the 1. It's getting down really low now. Sacrifice. I do not have enough to cast that, so I guess I just got to sacrifice again. Weaken you, gain some armor, deal 5 damage, heal up 5 up. This means we're fully defended. And then we'll storm. Another ooze. No point doing a sacrifice here because it doesn't do anything. What kind of does? Reduces both of those down, that's fine actually. And then turn. Cool. Cast target spell first. Before we do anything else, I would like to get this off if I can. I'm going to set the ashen plating up. We're going to sacrifice... Do we sacrifice? Do we play this? Play this, because it makes a difference on the sacrifice if I do or don't do that. And I guess you're taking 9. Some extra healing. As much as I can get. I should have played both these first. I do love that combo. It's so good. Again, we'll sacrifice, get everything reduced by 2. Gets triggered again. Pop that and that in there. And then you get weakened. Sacrifice again. The fact that this has now 3 is so good as well. Like, you don't realise just how important that is. Countdown spell being reduced is this one. Don't care about much else. Check a 2 in there. So we're going to go 2 here. That gets suspended. Massive 3 in there. Lose to 1, that's fine. Into the 4. And you deal no damage. Okay. Yeah. We have got it set up better. The sap life force is the variable which is kind of just irrelevant at the moment. Cast on you and you, because you're the biggest ones there. We're going to cast a random spell. Just applying it to you then. It's fine. The 2 can go in here. And 4. I'm still taking like 30 damage, that's insane. And now we're taking nothing. Okay, I've been sleeping on suspension. Especially in this setup where I don't actually physically normally cast it. That's my fault. 4 can go there. Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3. And that should be game over, I think. Nice. We healed up nicely. Deal 5 damage. Increase for each week on the target. Superheat. That's actually pretty good, actually. Disenchant a spell. That's kind of pointless here. Increase by 4. Deal 7 damage and apply 2 weak to a random enemy. Wildfire explosion. I guess for what I've got, that's better than nothing. And let's build what we want for the last one. So, Sap Life Force is now kind of relevant because I'm not going to gain life back off that anytime soon. It'll be gone by the time I go on there. Emberstone would be interesting, but I can't get it to trigger, so that's kind of pointless as well. Chaos Bolts is interesting, but with the weak I've got in play, with the suspension, Superheat is better. I think. Right? So that's 6 damage. I mean, technically it's 18 damage when it gets going. This at most with that is not going to be that much in the grand scheme of things. So I guess Chaos Bolts is better. And I can always trigger it with that repeatedly. And we've got 3 potions. So let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. Oh, cool. Starting off with a 5, let's get our defense kind of going, I guess. Destroy one of the die I don't care about. Brilliant. And we'll do that again, because why not at this point? Ah, nice. And everything gets -1 again. Yeah. Then we're going to apply the weak. And the Chaos Bolts. And we're going to take some damage, I guess. No, we're not. Use the potions. Be smart. Because I am smart. Put those in there. That gets triggered, that's nice. Suspension doesn't really matter now, so we'll just start trying to get this further down. If I can. Yeah, Inscribe's fine. Cool. 5 goes there. 5 gets triggered there. Reroll that. I destroyed a 1. Disappointment. Put a 1 in there. Put a 6 in there. Like it's not going to matter if I do anything else. Like, the sacrifice is very important for me. But that's one thing you don't realise. This has to go here first, doesn't it? Then we play the 4, we get the 2, and then we can sacrifice and start re-rolling stuff as well. Yeah, reducing everything by 2 here is fine. And set the Chaos Bolts. Only as inscribe could inscribe itself, yeah? Four is slightly better. And we'll use a 6 in here. Input a 1. Do we toss a 2 here? Nah, no point. 2 goes there, 3 goes there. And Firestorm, should we start reducing that now? We'll look at now. Do the chaos spots first. Now we get to choose. And here we'll just cast that. Like, it makes no difference else without anything else we do. Everything else being 1 cost is fine already. Check that in there as well to make sure it's triggered. And again, suspension now is going to reduce its cost. One, 2, 3. Center. Very interesting. But life links with itself. Does it take damage? No, just any other units. Other is the problem. Lots of 1s. So we'll do that. Destroy die. Destroy the 3. Of course it would. Of course it would. Destroy the one thing I didn't want it to. Put the 3 in there now. Yeah, we'll just check everything wherever we need to go. You get weakened. Drop the suspension down. Use again. And put chaos spots in. We actually had more die than we needed. Hey, I am kind of surprised that we managed to come back as much as we did with this. Because I was expecting me to kind of like lose it and not be able to play the game. You know? Set the ashen plating up first so we actually have defense. Then play this. Do the same again. Reduce you. Every time I get this triggered, it's doing 50 damage, so it's kind of worth it. Use this first. Like, I'm going to lose the die anyway. I still fully defended. That's insane. With the 5, we will just trigger this straight away. I guess using the 6 somewhere is just going to give me a 1 that I can actually use. Which is kind of what I needed. Never thought I'd actually end up using a 1 in a 1 slot, you know? But this is what I love about this game. It's like, even a build like this, like, you just get the right sort of synergy and suddenly it's like, ah, yeah, I'm popping off now. You know? Get rid of that first. That's actually really good, actually. Lost the 4, but that's fine. Still got 2 in there. Again, jump 2 in there. That's amazing. Here we go. Here's where the trouble will start now for me. It's when I can't just like do whatever I want, because the infected will just keep triggering on stuff. So basically I need to get like as much defense as possible without getting too much of the infected levels on me. Yeah, just use this first. And that's fine. There's always going to be one point of which this would be an issue. But there isn't much that you can do about it after a while. But there we go. I am pleasantly surprised. I mean, we had the deck here. You can see what we had. Sort of all of our different levels. Bit of a longer video compared to what we had before, though. Which kind of shows just on maybe the power creep, or maybe the fact that I just don't know what's going on anymore. But yeah, really interesting. Liking it. Definitely a lot better in regards to the difference in the card design and the variants you can have. And I do like they've got the change to have these to be upgraded. It gives a lot more variance in the builds of what you can create because you have this signature spell. Maybe, not too sure of the power creep on this, could be a little bit more to give it that really sort of signature flavour, or give it like a really unique thing that nothing else does within the other cards. You know, like there's a side benefit or something like every time you cast it maybe that works towards something. That could be interesting. As like adding a mechanic into it. You know, but again, yeah, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.